Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast. Did you know? Brought to you by Mallard Bay. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world famous Andy Shaver.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get
All
this kitty rolling.
All right, here we go. What do you think are the number one travel in destinations in America?
Forever?
For right now. If people were going to vacation, what cities in the United States of America?
Florida.
The top four cities, not states, cities.
Give me Key West, give me Destin, give me Miami, and Charlotte, North Carolina.
No, you're 0 for 0 for.
Really?
Orlando's number one.
Damn it. That's close to Destin.
Yeah, Destin's Seattle's 2.
Why would anybody want to go to Seattle right now?
You've been to Seattle. You've been to Orlando. Third one's Boston, Massachusetts. Fourth is New York, New York.
This is right now, or this is
2024 domestic destinations. Number one.
Oh, I thought you meant during Christmas.
Huh?
Yeah.
Who the fuck goes to? You're so full of shit. Nobody goes to Destin at Christmas. Who do you? What name 4 of the top places international destinations from Americans?
Paris.
Paris is number 9.
Damn it. Okay, let me think about this for just a second. Because Paris,
Use common sense on this and think about where do lots of people go to vacation at? Lots of people don't go to Paris.
Cancun.
Bingo, number 1.
Okay, Cancun. Paris is number 9. Hawaii's in the United States, so
very good. That Knox City geography education got you there.
The Bahamas. Nassau.
10.
Damn it.
Number 1 is Cancun. Number 2 is Cabo
San Lucas.
San Lucas. Aruba is 3. Oran Histad. I don't even know.
I would have never.
London, England's Aruba. 4, which surprised me. Punta Cana is 5. Montego Bay is 6. Puerto Vallarta is 7.
But Punta Cana and Cancun are basically the same.
Well, Montego Bay, Jamaica, and Puerto Vallarta is 7. Turks and Caicos is 8. Paris is 9, and Nassau is 10. So that is it. Name the number 1 selling Christmas movie, highest grossing Christmas movie of all time.
Christmas Story.
Nope. It's not even on here.
Really? Highest grossing Christmas movie of all time. It's going to be something that I just really thought Christmas Story because it's kind
That's
of
probably the most
cult classic.
Right, but I don't think they make much money off of it. This would have been box office hits.
Have I seen it?
Yes.
It's not National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, is it?
No. Christmas Vacation is Jesus.
Give me like a year. Give me like a time
Christmas
frame.
Vacation is 38th.
Give me like a time frame that this was made. It's not like one of those
2018.
Oh, jeez. I have no idea.
The Grinch.
The new one? The anime?
One that came out in 18.
Yeah, that's the new one.
$538 million. Home Alone is 2nd. Alvin and the Chipmunks 3rd. Home Alone 2 is 4th. Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas is 5th. I've never been a Grinch fan, so I was kind of surprised about that.
I don't mind. I don't like the Jim Carrey Grinch. I don't like that. Not my jam. I'm not a big Jim Carrey fan, period.
Okay.
He went through torture to do that, you know.
Well, that's
it
what
was
I heard.
basically like being, he said it was like being suffocated every single day. He had to get into that suit. And the contacts, if you look, like the contacts cover his entire eyes. It's not just a pupil thing. And he said those were like having sandpaper in your eyes.
How much money do you think the federal government makes off of a gallon of gas?
What's a gallon of gas selling for?
What's the tax on a gallon of gas?
25%.
No, it's not a percent. It's an actual money.
That's what I'm asking.
Okay,
if it's $2 here, it's going to be something. If it's $4 in Washington,
it doesn't go by percentage. It's a base set price on a gallon of gas. How much?
No matter if it sells for $1 or $4
or $4. Yep.
Okay, give me 37 cents.
20 cents is what the government makes. You know what the oil companies make on that?
37 cents.
About 13 cents.
Wow.
Is the profit on it.
So who makes that extra money?
Well, the time you profit on it is what the oil companies make. They got to produce it. They got to refine it. They got to drill it. They got to do everything. The United States government makes 20 cents a gallon and don't do shit.
Count their money.
Pure profit. Guess which state has the highest gas tax?
Washington.
Nope.
California?
Yes, California. Guess how many cents per on a gallon how many cents it is on that?
60.
68 cents a gallon is what the state of California makes off that nasty oil that they bitch so much about. How could they pay their bills without it? Followed by Illinois at 66 cents, Pennsylvania at 58 cents. Guess which state has the lowest one?
Texas.
Nope.
Oklahoma.
Nope. Alaska, 8 cents.
Huh. Yeah, but
State,
nobody drives.
8 cents. Mississippi's 18 cents. Hawaii is 18 cents. That really kind of surprised me.
Yeah, because I thought everything in Hawaii was expensive because it's so hard to get it over there.
Yep, that really surprised me. But anyways,
Well, wouldn't the same be about Alaska? Like, it's got to be a bitch to get all that shit there.
no, they pump a ton of it there.
But it's cold.
Well, okay. I don't know what the hell that's got to do with anything. But anyways, that's what I had today was basically Christmas movies and fuel and how much it cost for who made the most money. And the United States government and the state governments make more money on a gallon of gas than the oil companies do.
Well, you know.
So it's pretty interesting. So,
Gotta love the U.S. getting their hand in everything. So, what was I about to say? It had to do something with the United States. Don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter, I guess. Okay, so last week we talked a little bit about the falling birth rate across the world. So, do you know when, in documented history, of course, when was the biggest boom to the fertility numbers across the world?
I'm going to say after World War II, 1942.
It was. Well,
Or 41,
1960.
46, whenever it was, but it was after World War II.
Post World War II baby boom. Do you know how many children per woman the world was having at that time?
3.5.
5.
Wow. That's what my grandma Cordy had. Grandma Stanfield had.
5. In 1960, the average woman had 5 children. 1980, that number dropped to 3.7. In
Less
2000,
than 2 now.
in 2000, we're at 2.7. And today we are sitting at the lowest we have ever recorded, a 1.6.
Yep. And I bet it goes down to 1 before long.
1.6. So do you know which tax bracket is having the most children?
The lowest one.
The lowest one.
Because they get government net.
Right. So you got to think about this. So we give, there's all these incentives to have children. You get $1,000 or whatever. You get tax bracket. You get incentives whenever you file your taxes. So we're going to assume that, so I've said this before, women, when they look at the field, they very rarely do they dip below what they already make. So a lawyer is going to marry a lawyer who's marry a doctor. So that's kind of the bar for women. Wherever they're at, they're going to go across or up. Very rarely do they go down. So if you get a woman who has a good job making, let's say she makes $100,000 a year, say she makes $200,000 a year, you're not going to incentivize her to have children by, hey, here's $1,000 if you have a kid, right? So we incentivize the wrong group of people. I think you can safely say
I think you're saying is exactly right.
We want more winners to have more children. And unfortunately, with the way everything's set up now, we're only rewarding I don't want to call them losers, but people that don't contribute much to society.
Sound like you're calling them losers to me.
Yeah, be whatever
We're
it is.
incentivizing poor people to have kids, except the people that are being a huge asset to society.
And who would make good parents?
Yes,
like
are not
I've
having
made something
kids.
of myself.
Yes.
This is the recipe that you need to follow.
Maybe education's got to do with not wanting to have a lot of kids because you can't afford them.
Well, that's another thing you got to think about. The time to have a baby and the time to set yourself up for your career are pretty much the same for a woman. You're talking 19 to 24. That's kind of baby making time, right? After 25, you get to 30 years old as a woman, and your chances of having a kid naturally, without any science, behind it, it gets pretty tough. So women right now, we're told, you got to go to college, you got to set yourself up for a career. That's kind of right in the middle of baby making time. So just a couple social things going on that aren't really leading to a whole lot of children. Do you know which countries are having the most children?
India, Oh, a country, India, somewhere in Africa,
No. You are right. Not India is not it. So
Nigeria, maybe.
Niger. It's called Niger. But I don't. That's not Nigeria, is it?
No, there's different. But so Niger.
So basically, they're all sub-Saharan African countries.
Mozambique.
They're all. Mozambique is at 4.7. Niger is at 6.7. Angola.
Yep, that was going to be my next guess.
5.7. The Congo 5.5. Mali 5.4.
Those are how many kids are each having?
Yeah, per woman.
Son of a gun. Ladies are busy.
South Sudan 5.2. Somalia 5.2. But here's what's going to happen. So they're having all these kids, and the world props them up.
Yeah, the world's eventually going to quit propping them up.
Right.
And they're going to have starving ass kids
now,
again.
do you know who produces the lowest? What countries produce the lowest amount?
I'm going to say Finland, Sweden, Denmark.
You are over. Taiwan at 1.09. South Korea.
Oh, it's because they have rules against it.
South Korea at 1.1. Singapore 1.1. Ukraine 1.2. Hong Kong 1.2. Which Hong Kong's not a...
It's China now.
Right.
No, it's not a country. Well, it's a city, but it was controlled by the English, then it's back to China. I don't think it's a country, though. I think it's just part of China.
Italy's at 1.2, Puerto Rico 1.2, Spain 1.2, Poland 1.3, British Virgin Islands 1.3, and then we're at, the 1.67 is what we are in America. So this is what's going to end up happening is Africa is going to continue to outpace us, but the rest of the world props them up financially.
Eventually, that's going to change.
So that's going to change. So
U.S. dollars are fixing to dry up in a lot of places across the world.
Right.
Thank God, and they should.
So one of my last things here on the birth rate, and then we will get out of here. If I can find it. Let me see here. Yeah, okay, here it is. So if the current birth rate persists in America at 1.6, and by 2100 we will be around 300 million people or lower in the United States. We're at 335 right now.
We'll be how many at
300 million.
So we're going to lose 10% of our population
or lower. Yep, and then by 2200 projections have us right around the 250 million range.
Well, that'll be probably about 1940s or 50s
80,
population.
So that's 80 million people that are no longer...
25% of our population will be gone.
And one other thing that's going to really screw things up is it's the working age people that support Social Security. That's going to dry up because there's going to be less and less 18 to 65-year-olds. So there's going to be less money going into programs like Social Security. And then, so basically you got to think of everything as like a pyramid right now. So you've got, you've got a good, everything's backfilling like it should right now.
The base is fixing to disappear.
It's about to flip over.
Yep.
You're about to have more people. So basically it'd be like an upside down triangle. You got 65-year-olds here at the bottom. Well, they're being supported by this healthy middle. That's going to flip, and you're going to have too many people that are on Social Security and not enough people working to backfill it. So there's a lot of things that you're going to have to kind of think about here.
Outside of Social Security, I think it's a great thing for us to be depopulate by about 25%. I really do. I think there's too many people on the earth right now. I think the world would be a lot better off with less people in it.
Which do you want to see go, Jeff?
What are you talking about?
Who do you want to see leave?
I don't have any particular person I want to see go. I just think the world was a lot better off when we were not as congested as we are.
Well, you're probably going to get your wish.
No, because I'm going to be dead. But the life in the Midwest and the plains is a whole lot better life than it is in the congested cities.
I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got. Start having babies. Dirk has said every successful family should have 3 kids.
Yep. Well, what I'm worried about is...
My problem is I only had 2.
What I'm worried about is who's going to fix the plumbing and electrician. That's the problem we're worried going to be facing.
It's going to be a big problem. Yep. And people are living longer. So, you're talking by 2100, a 90-year-old is not going to be uncommon to see. I think with medical advancements, you're going to see that number. It's at 75 roughly right now. I don't think it's too far out of the realm.
I think it's at 78 now.
I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibility to add 10 to 15 years to somebody's life in 80 years.
No, I think
so. You're going to see a lot of people that are retired. I mean, that's another thing. When can you retire right now? 72?
You can. You should be able to at 62 with your Social Security you've paid in, if you want to. I don't know.
Basically, people are going to live longer on not working.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. All right. Thank y'all for listening to us. God bless y'all. Have a great day.
Go have babies. It's Christmas time.